We back with another one, and this one comes out of Florida. It be some strange shit happen in Florida. I don't know why people would want to live in Florida. They stay turned up. They call it the Sunshine State. I'll call it the Sometime State. Don't get offended if you're in Florida. I'm just saying. All right, let's get into it. Thought you were going to kill me. Florida cop tackles and handcuff innocent black man with epilepsy after mistaking him for murder suspect. Video shows. I was looking for the video and I couldn't find it anywhere, but we know in a lot of these cases they like to keep it on the low. This story is by Carlos Miller, Atlantic Black Star, June 14th, 2024. Errol Leith, a 33-year-old black man with epilepsy, was stepping off a city bus in South Florida last year when he was confronted by several cops wielding assault rifles. Damn. Hey, you right there, don't fucking move, a cop screams as they run up and tackle him to the ground, with one cop pushing his face into the grass and planting his knee in his back to handcuff him. The same old, right? What did I do? What I do? A stunned Leith asked. I got epilepsy, bro. I got seizures, bro. They don't give a damn. It was not until the cops began rummaging through his fanny pack, which contained a Bible. Damn. Which contained a Bible and a prescription bottle of epilepsy medicine with his name on it, that the cops began realizing they had made a mistake. That mistake was confirmed when they pulled his identification from his pocket and discovered he was a 33-year-old man weighing 180 pounds, while the man they were looking for, Daniel Malik King, was a 40-year-old man weighing 210 pounds who was wanted for murder. King also has multiple tattoos adorning his body, including on both arms and back, while Leith, who was wearing a sleeveless shirt that day, has no tattoos on his body at all. Wow. I just think that this is intentional because this man has no tattoos while the suspect has tattoos on both arms. And as we all know, that when you are booked, that any identifying tattoos on your body is documented. I just believe many times when they do things like this that it's intentional. Let me keep reading. Leith filed a lawsuit against the city of Fort Lauderdale and cops who falsely detained him on May 30th, accusing the cops of assault, battery, false arrest, false imprisonment, and negligent training and supervision. You look like someone we're looking for that's wanted for murder, one of the cops told him, according to the body camera footage. Murderer, I never killed no one in my life, Leith responds. We're looking for a suspect in a homicide and you have a very similar appearance, another cop chimes in. The dreads, like Leith, King wears his hair in locks, as do many black men in South Florida. One of the cops tells him that they found it suspicious that he began running from them after stepping off the bus and seeing the cops wielding their weapons. Well, shit, who wouldn't run? You see police coming at you with assault rifles and shit, and you don't know what's going on, and you know that that these cops out here killing people. Of course, any person that has sense would think to get away from danger. Listen, it's unfortunate, but it's almost like your twin brother, one officer says. That same old thing they say, we all look alike, huh? The incident took place on July 19th, 2023, after Fort Lauderdale police spotted Leith stepping on a bus, which they began following in an unmarked cars. As the bus comes to a stop at a bus stop, the cops parked their cars in front and behind the bus to keep it from moving, then ran out with their guns drawn. I thought you were going to kill me, Leach says to officers. The video shows at least one of the men at the bus stop getting down on his knees with his hands up, but police ran past him to confront Leith, whose only brush with the law in Broward County was 10 years ago when he was cited for driving with a suspended license without knowledge, which is considered a civil infraction in Florida, punishable by a fine. Online court records show he paid a fine of $172.15 for the infraction. Online court records for Broward County also show that King was not arrested until August 11th, nearly a month later, and remains in custody with no bond. Body cam video shows that Leith was very distraught about the incident and was worried the cops were going to seize his medicine. "That's my seizure pills, bro," Leith pleads, sounding on the verge of tears. "We're not taking them," one of the cops tries to reassure him. The cops named in the lawsuit are Eliza Ramos, Stephen Smith, Eduardo Requello, Michael Lapona, Todd Hill, and Matthew Amala, who are part of the department's fugitive unit within the violent crimes unit. At least 3 of the cops have been investigated in the past for overly aggressive police tactics. Ramos made headlines in 2020 after he shot a black woman named Latoya Ratliff in the face with a rubber bullet during a Black Lives Matter protest, leaving her with a broken eye socket, nerve damage, and a gash on her forehead. Okay, let's take a look at that. Since that's the only video I can find related to this incident, we're going to go ahead and show what happened with that. Fair use, YouTube.
What is that for? Oh, look at her! She's hurt! She's hurt! She's bleeding!
She's bleeding!
Come on, come on, come on.
She's bleeding! She got her in the head!
Come on, come on, get her, get her!
You got her in the head! You got her in the head!
Call 911, call it. Hey, call the ambulance, call 911, please. Hey, call an ambulance, call an ambulance, we need an ambulance.
My phone, get my phone, please.
Get her phone, look for her phone up there.
Hold on, don't you?
Hey, that's your phone? Hey, get some water on it.
Wow, he blatantly shot this woman in the eye, and he still has a job as a police officer. Man, we need to get some of these guys off the streets, man, because it's just a matter of time before individuals like that eventually kill someone. Let me continue with the story. But Ramos was cleared of wrongdoing by this department after he claimed he was trying to shoot the protester behind Ratliff, who had thrown a tear gas canister. I didn't see all of that. Ratliff filed a lawsuit in 2022 and joined a class action lawsuit against the police department a few days ago. Requello has also made headlines in the past after he was accused in a lawsuit of allowing his police dog to maul a man who had a stolen car. But a jury cleared him of all wrongdoing. A grand jury also cleared LaPointe after wrongdoing after him and another officer and paramedics were investigated after a man they had pepper sprayed while handcuffed died in their custody less than an hour later. I remember all these stories, man. And these guys remained on the force to continue to do what they do. The recent lawsuit states that the cops never bothered to call paramedics despite Leith sustaining severe physical and mental trauma brought on by the fugitive unit. Leith told WSVN in a September interview that he went to the hospital later that day because he saw signs and feared the stress was going to trigger a seizure. So these cops out here continuously violating people like this, and they remain on the force. It's the same thing we see over and over. Some people say the justice system needs to be reformed. It's no reform in this justice system or these police departments. I do believe they all need to be torn down and done away with and start over from scratch with a lot of civilian overwatch. And that's the only thing that would keep them honest. They shouldn't be allowed to investigate themselves in these cases because many times we've seen in the past that nothing is done when they investigate themselves. We need outside agencies to investigate these police officers, and when they're found to have done wrong, they need to be dealt with properly, whether it's jail time or to be fired and never hired again as police officers. Good luck to this brother. He got a strong case, and more than likely, they will probably settle out of court. They don't really care about these lawsuits because the money does not come from the police department. The way to do it is to go after their qualified immunity. Many of these cops would stop doing these type of things if they suffered consequences by you being able to sue them. It's obvious that these cops are not that intelligent, or it's done on purpose. I don't understand how a detective can spot this man and not notice he did not have tattoos like the suspect had tattoos on his arm. All right, I'm going to close it out. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.